This is my brand new YouTube channel. This is something brand new. Been thinking about doing it for a while, and my dog is staring at me. So, music is my favorite thing in the world. I've got my music collection behind me, the physical media anyway. This is going to take a little bit of getting used to. This is in honor of this wonderful art form that is music. A lot of people say that they listen to everything. That's not true for anybody. I'm trying to do that, but I'll get to that later. I don't regularly listen to every genre in the world. Nobody does that. Rock and roll does something for me that nothing else really can, particularly the alternative and punk genre, right, buddy? Dogs prefer jazz. If your dog seems kind of irritated when you're blasting music, give them some jazz every now and then. Well, let's see. I've got a script here because I'm so new at this. Yeah, alternative and punk are my two favorite. Hard rock and metal are also a big part of my musical life. Give me all the genres of rock. There's just so many varieties. I do listen to hip hop, pop, and country as well, but more of a casual basis for those. Classical sometimes as well. I'm always expanding my horizons, and I try not to discriminate against any certain type of music. Really quick, I'd like to give a shout out to my YouTube inspirations. Anthony Fantano, huge fan. John at ARTV. Crash Thompson, Sea of Tranquility is really awesome. Although he doesn't really like the 90s stuff. Austin Nation and Alonzo Larone. Jared Dines. There's a lot more. Hey, buddy. Okay, I'd like to... Okay, so when I said trying to listen to everything. In 2014, someone asked me who my favorite bands were, and I couldn't answer it, which was kind of embarrassing, being such a big music nerd. So I typed up a list of my top 230 favorite artists, and that wouldn't really do. So my OCD brain decided there would be a better way. Percentages. Hi, Chihuahua. Oh, bad breath. Bad breath. You're a good dog. You have bad breath. So I made percentages. I made a list. I would listen to every studio album and decide which songs I like, and then give the artist or band a percentage, which would be their ranking. It's a lot of music, and that's a lot of fun. Now, there are 52 artists that I collected everything by, so they're already taken care of. That left the entire discographies of 178 more artists to comb through and find out what's good and what's not. I've made some serious progress and discovered some truly great songs along the way. I've kept an open mind, but of course there are songs I don't like. I've saved myself some pain by this simple rule. If a song isn't good after a minute, I'm probably not going to like that song, even after 5-10 minutes. If it is a longer song, I'll give it maybe a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of a 10-minute song. There have been some whole artists I've just kicked off my list. I think as a general rule, if I listen to 4 or 5 albums and I hate every song, it's probably not happening with me in that band, right? Like, it's probably a sign you don't like them. It's pretty bad when you don't even get into my top 230. That's bad. Okay, when I need a break from just going through this obsessive compulsive list of just listening, I do try to tune in to the new stuff. Like I will Google, or I will get on Spotify or iTunes and try to listen to brand new singles from 2020, brand new albums, and see what's out there. I've worked really hard not to be stuck in the 90s, and I've succeeded. There's some amazing bands out there right now. My script. So on this channel, I'll be talking about my experiences of listening to my top 230 artists. I will be talking about new bands, old bands, medium-aged bands, both disbanded and active. Maybe some list. Let's see. Yeah, I always love discovering new music. It's awesome when you find a new band that you like a lot. I've done some research on how much music is out there in the universe, and it's pretty clear I won't be hearing every song ever recorded. It would take you about 700 years to listen to all the music up till 2016. And there's a new song written every minute, at least. So, can't do it. I had a friend suggest that I play every song at once, but I don't know how you would do that. That would probably require about 700 years worth of setup before you could press play. So that's not a good idea either. That's not going to work, Dave. And imagine what it would sound like, every song playing at the same time. And that would, even if you did that, that would take about 14 hours, because the longest song ever recorded that we know of is about 14 hours long. So I don't know. The setup is it's unreasonable. So I'm gonna tackle my top 230 artists, find some deep cuts by them that I don't know that I like, and the artist will move up on my list. That's a weird thought. No human being will ever hear every song ever recorded. Maybe Adam and Eve held that record for a little bit, but once Cain and Abel went off and started rocking, I bet Adam and Eve didn't hear those songs. So, I know I'll fail, but I want to hear as much music as possible in the time that I have on this earth. Let's see. So, on this channel, I'll discuss bands and artists on my list, as well as others. I'll go over my rankings and listening processes. Maybe I'll talk about what format I've heard this music on, and what platforms I've enjoyed and what platforms I haven't. Right now, I'm using Spotify and YouTube and iTunes for most of, and CDs. I'm still a big CD guy. Saint Anger back there. I'll discuss new bands, new artists, whether I have good feelings or bad feelings about certain artists. I'll probably try not to be too negative about things. Instead of hating a band, it'll probably be more like a least favorite instead of hatred for somebody. Let's see, what else? I'll discuss albums, band members, whatever comes up that you guys want to talk about. And maybe, just maybe, I'll become a famous millionaire from my YouTube channel. I think it's going well so far. I feel like I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time. And I don't even have pants on. Buddy doesn't have pants on either. He doesn't have anything on but a collar. So, everything will be alright in the end. Welcome to my channel. Make sure to click that subscribe button. And here we go. I'll probably think of more creative ideas later on, but right now I'm thinking probably top 5 bands would be a good video idea. Least favorite bands, because I don't hate anybody. They're just least favorites. Maybe favorite albums. Bands that were so bad I had to boot them out of my list system. Again, not hating them, they just weren't my cup of tea. There's about, I love rock music from like the beginning of time till now. I love rock music. But there are a handful of bands that I don't appreciate their sound. They just don't do it for me. And maybe I'll dive into why that is. So yeah, this is the beginning of my YouTube channel. And this is take 1. If you're watching this and it's one cut and there's no edits, then man, I'm sorry. But you got to start somewhere. YouTube!